EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner and MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up. From working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now a first down carry for Harris, down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Bailed.
Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who throw it.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Talk about getting bailed, man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route. Football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They run with Calais. And that play is blown out, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up the 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Dobbins. And he is going to lose lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Now as they kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Got drilled.
Adafe Owe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So that's
I'm better.
back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Calais. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. To throw is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown!
Better.
Raymond Calais hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams.
You can't handle man coverage.
The spark that often wins games.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind. But
they're lucky man. That's a pick. That's a pick. I should be big enough to jump up to that.
First time. Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. This will be caught. It's
no
one.
way.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket,
so crazy.
not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Saw that too many times, young man. Saw that too many times.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And the coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That's what we need that.
Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson.
Damn, bro. I couldn't get that ball off. I was trying to throw it away.
And you know the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare.
That's fine. His
maybe
offense
they should be
trash.
worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring.
When you're down on the 1,
Easy
it's
now.
fucking damn near impossible to move the ball.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Yeah, the tape, man. Unlucky.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
How many picks this guy finna throw, bro?
Solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board.
I get ball at half,
too.
I'll take this.
Right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you down to
We're going to go march down the field and make this game unplayable.
EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
I thought Lamar could put that out there far enough. His user was really short on it. Lamar just didn't have the arm for it. It's not a good user. That's just bad play call on my part. I thought Lamar could make that throw.
Quarter, 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
That's a really bad throw.
On that script did it have that result.
A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact.
He ain't winning. He ain't winning. It's not going to be close.
Strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row.
I thought it was triangle. I threw it late. I got bailed there.
You know what? And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return, Phillips. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll find Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll run. Calais.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Again, it's Calais.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Raymond Calais
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
On the return, Phillips. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser able to get him for a loss of about 3.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full.
And my goodness, another by Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward takes those, man. Thanks for making him player of the game. Thanks for making him player of the week.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This is caught.
That's a strike right there.
Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Raymond Calais taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will
hey, you can take the scheme out the Bengals, but you can't take the Bengals out the scheme. That's all I'm
after
saying.
the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside.
He's running the ball down my throat right now.
Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Make it foul. Make it foul.
Interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Nope, this is man.
Jackson.
That's a really good user player. That's a really good user player.
Jesse Bates.
Nope.
But he'll take this back down inside the 20. Again, Charles, he had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Lindsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens will take over possession here.
His offense still bounds.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math.
He knows what's coming sometimes.
Between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot,
this guy is
they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
I'm telling you, once I learn this
thing is ugly.
this offensive playbook.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Taken at the... Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Now a hit and a loose football.
What the fuck just happened?
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he's going to let it fly.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
What's he talking about?
On 1st down, Mahomes. That ball complete to Isabella.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to try and go deep again.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They run for it with Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now Justyn
This
Tucker,
man kicking a
he has
pride
hit from
field goal?
61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good.
This man just kicked a pride field
every
goal.
bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Yo, GG, man.
A big offensive explosion.
They need us to learn this
leading
playbook
them
on
to
offense for
victory.
sure, but
The
defense
defensive
is
guys,
solid.
they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.
This
We'll
man
just
kicked a
keep
pride
winning.
field goal.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different
That is
flow.
funny, man.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win
He said he was coming
mark
for me,
now
man.
at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the
I gotta clean
LA
up the takeaways, though,
Rams.
for sure.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us.